Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. And this is going to be the reading for August of 2016 for Taurus. And what I've done here is lay 4 cards for the month, and I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck as a overall view for the month, and we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading to get a little clarification here. And right before I start, I wanted to tell all of you I had an issue with sound quality. Most of you could hear it last month, some of you couldn't, but I want to tell everyone that contacted me. There was about 10 of you that contacted me and said the sound was very low and you had trouble hearing it. And several of you gave me ideas, and one of you even gave me a nice microphone. I was using the microphone. I apologize. I thought it was okay. I couldn't get it to hook onto my shirt, and I sat it on the table in front of me, and obviously it didn't pick up as good. I tested it and everything, and it just didn't pick up. So here you go, guys. I put it on my chest for this month, so hopefully it's close enough to my big mouth and we won't have a problem for next month. But anyhow, I am not an astrologer, but I looked up for you the astrology for the month, and it's going to mainly be in your 4th house, and that is like your relationships with parents and family, local domestic affairs, like the end of pending matters, and like the foundations that you're building for new projects and things like that. And I got a couple words for you before the reading, and one of the words was play, and I thought, oh, we must be having fun. And when I pulled the cards here, we actually have a card for having fun, but they said that this takes strength, and they also said like grace. So I must be under grace, and there's like a surrender type of element in here, but I feel as if it's going to be to my benefit. And because I'm an empath, all of us out there that are Tauruses right now are named Frankie for the month of August. It's a speech pattern. It's the way I speak. I will speak as if I'm you during the reading. And the first card we got for the month is the 10 of Wands, and I thought that was quite interesting because that's someone carrying a really heavy burden. But here we go, Taurus. This time it's upside down, so look at that. It's like a burden is being lifted from me for the month of August, and it can happen very unexpectedly with this 10 of Wands in reverse. But it's a good thing. It's like if there was something hovering over me, or a really heavy burden I was trying to carry, or a load I was carrying on my own, it's been shifted, or it's being reproportioned. Perhaps it's like being divided up between others that should be carrying the load, or it's just my time with this situation is closed, it's done, it's over. Because didn't they say that the 4th house was end of pending affairs or things that I'm going through? So I'm getting a conclusion. But with this 10 of Wands in reverse, the way it is, sometimes I was so overloaded for so long that now, it has affected me from carrying this burden for such a time period. So when I lay down these 10 wands from this heavy burden, sometimes it'll have a physical effect on me. So perhaps I'm having some health issues or some problems that are related to having to carry this burden for so long. So I may need to take some rest, in whatever situation that was going on around me. Sometimes when we have such a heavy burden on our shoulders for so long of a period of time, there is a physical effect because we just don't we have to keep going and going and going, like the Energizer Bunny. And all of a sudden it's like, oops, whoop, you know, here it is, the burden's done, it's gone, or it's lifted, or it's reproportioned, or however that works. You know, watch your moon and rising sign. This Taurus might not be relevant for each and every one of you. You want to put all three of those together to get more information for yourself, because it is a general reading. But sometimes when we have this Ten of Wands in reverse, when the burden is suddenly shifted or unexpectedly gone and it's finished, you know, we need a respite or some time for ourselves, or we need to look back and take care of our physical or our emotional health in some manner. Now, the first card that came up for, you know, this is going to go throughout the month, and I believe they're going to blend. They aren't going to go week by week. But the first card that I pulled is the Emperor card. And that shows me that I have been relating or having to relate to some kind of an established order for this month. You know, establishment. It can be political, it can be uh, a religious institution, it could be like my corporate environment, you know, something like that. But either me, myself, or someone around me, it has a need to be involved with something from establishment or established order, you know, that's going on here. I don't know. It could be my job. It could be my church. You know, there's several things that would, or structures that would have to do with establishment. Or it could be a group that I belong to. You know, maybe it's something, you know, like the country club, or I don't know about that. I've never been in. Oh, yes, I have. I have been in a country club. But it could be, you know, a group that I belong to, the sewing circle, the bowling team, something that's very established, or a group that I have to interact with for this month, or someone around me really close has to do that interaction. Because the next card is, and I always think of this as the mother card. We have the Queen of Cups. So this could be me. It can be male or female. This is a general reading. It could be someone with a lot of water in their chart, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio would be a Queen of Cups environment. This is someone, it can be me, or someone who is highly intuitive that I've been working with throughout this time to get to be, I think, actually, to be able, the way I'm hearing this is to be able to lay down this burden, you know. Um, and with this Queen of Cups here, it looks to me like I've been focusing quite a bit on my family, you know, or my community affairs. And I'm thinking, it feels real strong around really close friends or family, or like my children or my spouse, something like that, that is happening because of this establishment, this laying down of the burden at the same time, and that word kind of like surrender it, like it's finally finished. So whatever I'm involved in, you know, I want to be cheerful, warm, caring with the others that are involved too. What's that? You get more flies with honey. I forgot what the heck it is. Than you do, you know, with whatever. Tide. I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, maybe this is us for this month. We're very, very intuitive. Whatever situation we're going through at this time, Taurus is a very earth-oriented sign. They should know when to play their cards and when to hold them close to their chest. And it feels like even if I have to be involved in this situation, there's an ending to it finally in sight this month. So I don't want to make any changes that are going to unsettle this, because we have a couple really good cards here coming up. And we had that word play to begin with. And I like playing. I don't know about all of the rest of you Tauruses out there, but I like playing very much. our next card is the Four of Swords, and that's a card of rest. And it always reminds me of rest after battle, because it looks like a knight here, and he's laying down. He has a sword still beside him. See it on the bottom there, and he has three that are hung up there, but it's like he's came out of battle and he's won, and now is his time to rest. So each individual one of us may have had a different battle that we were fighting with, or a different involvement. Maybe it was our school. The institution thing had to do with our school. Perhaps it has to do with a legal environment. It can be any type of institutional thing here. But Taurus, use that intuition that you are so famed for knowing when to cut to the chase. You finally made it through. That's what they keep saying to me. Do not stir up trouble. Don't invite any more showdowns. Just keep it all calm. Remember, we are laying down that load with this Ten of Wands. Now's the time of rest, right? We need a little rest. We might need to rest with this Ten of Wands in reverse, too, because this doesn't look like it's been a piece of cake coming through here. But they did say play, and I feel like we have a new birth, or like a willingness to sidetrack our own interests this month for the benefit of others, and we should be willing to do that, because the end result, right? Keep everything above board here, because the end result is fun. Here we go. They said play. Here's the Three of Cups and the party. It's a celebration, because maybe we have completed something, or if we were in a battle or carrying this heavy load of these extra Ten of Wands here, and it's in reverse, and it finally suddenly got lifted, and now's the time to celebrate. When we want to take the little rest, if it affected us physically, we have two rest cards here. So we all must have been going through something that was a little tough for the month, because they're saying surrender. It's like wave the white flag. Holy minga, what I went through. Lord have mercy. That's how it's sounding in my head. We don't want to force the conclusion, but it looks like the conclusion is coming this month. And if it's not directly at the beginning of the month, during this month, something's going to alter, and it's going to alter for the better, the way it looks, because we have this party card here, celebration card, and based on these other ones that I'm, seeing coming through here, I think it's time for us to play. I really do. So don't force the issue to a conclusion. It's coming. Whatever the problem is, the conclusion is coming. Don't force it. There's a divine timing that's really important, and it feels like it's this month. And if we put things in Spirit's hands, it usually works out a heck of a lot better. So what they're pretty much telling us is keep our attention focused, right? Wave the white flag, tell Spirit, help me. The burden gets lifted. I'm working with an establishment, an entity or an enterprise that is establishment. I am very intuitive about that with this Queen of Wands energy in here. Someone can help me. I need to take a rest, because now I'm going to either win the battle or get the celebration, or maybe I got accepted to school and I get to celebrate about it. We're all individuals, and these are general readings. But look at it and place it in that perspective. And like I said, get out your moon sign and your rising sign too, and look at those whenever they come up, so that you'll get a bigger view. Because if this is a birth of a new project that I was working like crazy on, now all of a sudden it's completed, the end result is excellent. I'm intuitive about it. I need a little like respite. I need to take a little break here to recuperate my strength, because strength was one of the first words they were saying too, and grace. And they're saying don't force timing. Remember, don't force conclusions. Like we have to surrender that, because there's a divine timing that goes with this that seems very important. Oh, Taurus, Taurus. We've got interesting angel cards here. Blessings in disguise. Can you see her there? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about those blessings in disguise they give us. She's got a pretty strange look on her face, but it says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Remember what they said, don't force it. Okay, trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. Now that's interesting with these cards here. And if we do that, right, we get to party, which works for me, right? It does. Let's see what the alternative meanings are, because they said that word play. So the end result must be a good time or a celebration of some sort. And it says, the angels sent you this card to help you recognize the blessing in the midst of an apparent challenge. Remember this Ten of Wands here, and it was upside down. It's going to be lifted, Taurus. It says, what you've appeared to have lost needed to fall away, and it will be replaced with something better. Have no fear for your future, but continue praying and following the guidance. That's your Queen of Wands, that high intuition here. Or Queen of Cups, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Queen of Cups there. Have no fear for your future, but continue praying and following the guidance that comes to you through repetitive feelings, thoughts, visions, and words. And they're saying we're really intuitive this month. Pay attention, don't force, step into the flow, step into that grace, okay? Additional meanings for the card are one door closes and another one opens. And the how is up to God with respect to the best way to answer prayers. Release the need to control and predict the outcome to this situation and trust. And that's exactly what they're saying here. It's going to work out, Taurus, for each individuals, but it's going to work out for the very best if we don't force our issues. So that putting the white flag up must be real important, because we're very intuitive. So listen to that guidance. Take the steps that are appropriate as they are gifted to you. When the burden is lifted, be grateful, and if you need the rest, if I need it, I'm going to take it, because sometimes, this could be a long, ongoing situation that finally, comes to fruition, and it's good. It's good, and I, sorry there, but I always think the blessing in disguise thing, wow, there you go. But Taurus, that's your reading for August, and I want to thank you all for your likes and your shares and subscribes. I appreciate them, and I love all of your comments, and I really appreciate the time that you take to spend here with me. So if you want to know more about me, there's information down below the video if you just want to know more about me. If you want to schedule a reading, everything's there on the website. You can go there and schedule the numbers and everything to call and what to do, and I want to thank all of you that I've got to meet through doing these readings. It's really genuinely been a pleasure, and once again, thank all you guys who told me about the sound. We'll all be praying that it worked for you for this month. Okay guys, I will see you hopefully in September. Bye bye.